And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Transport Fever. Well, I put in the signals. Just really quick, I put in the signals. Not a big deal. So we're going to new line, and this is going to be a dark red line. So Windsor, Toronto, Ottawa, and then back to Toronto. So this is the Win Toronto commuter. Okay, I think that's good. I don't have bus lines or anything in here, so I don't have anything ready. I'm gonna drag this one out just because I just said it last episode that I wanted to start doing that. We're gonna drag a couple of these out just in case the city decides, hey, you know, God only knows what I'm gonna do with this side. But I wanted one of these awesome. Stations here, so I got one. So we're gonna too much slope. I don't understand why construction is not possible there. There we go. And that is a bad idea. Yeah, too much slope, that's why. That's unfortunate. We still cover everybody, but it's not good enough. Yeah, why not? All these are little additions that it added. Oh, it's kind of hard to determine how much of the city I want to destroy and how much I want to keep. It's because there's a lot of nitpicking going on in here. All right. These more organically grown towns are more interesting to set up because they really kind of challenge you. Really? You're gonna do that? So let's do that and then that. They'll regrow. They always do. So we first want a train, a couple trains actually, which is dark red. And this is going to be, I think it's all the way in the bottom, yeah. So a couple of these will go a long way in servicing this area. So we've already really have a bus line for Windsor. It's just basically going back and forth from Detroit. So rather than get all fancy here, I want to add, this is Elm Street. I want to add this Windsor transfer. And hopefully, because the buses are coming in, hopefully I can pull people into this station and maybe bring about a little bit of growth that way too. So these trains are awesome. Okay, next on the list is bus stops. So I think I'm just going to not train, bus. I think I'm just going to do a generic bus stop for this side, not one of those big bus terminals. So I just haven't had very much luck with those. And And these seem to be able to hold a lot of people. So we're just going to go around the outside for now. And then maybe cut in here. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Because how much do we cover here? See, we cover right up to this edge. So road vehicle 197. I have a lot of road vehicles. Replacement. What is that, Columbus? Yeah, nobody waiting on here yet. Towns are just now getting to know everything. So if I put one right in here, that should mark that up. Now on this side, they've already got access. They should have access to this train already. So in other news, I have created a Patreon. There's a link in the description of the videos of the past few days. And just to let everybody know that I've got a Patreon, it's not by any means necessary. It's just something that if you guys want to support me a little more, then that is an option. You know, I've been doing this for over a year now, and all of last year, you know, I put out 800 something videos, several mod tutorials, several helper videos, and doing pretty good. The channel is doing pretty good. But you know, it's tough. I made all of last year less than $500, so that was many thousands of hours of work. So if somebody wants to, you know, throw me a little money a month, then that's great. There's also a donation link. If you just want to do a one-time thing, that's okay too. But, you know, I want to keep doing this. And I really want to, you know, learn from, you know, my mistakes and keep on going and give you guys some great content. Good family-friendly content is sort of what I do. So if you like it, if you enjoy it, then please consider throwing me a little money here and there. I'm not asking for a whole lot, but so many people use ad blockers these days. It's tough to earn very much revenue from YouTube just because everybody's blocking ads, and that is the primary source of income. So it's a tough deal. And this one is Toronto, so it'll be Tor. Oops. So there. So I'll do a main like video, kind of introducing the Patreon, but the link is pretty easy, you know, patreon.com/flexiblegames, all lowercase is the Patreon. So okay, let's get to, this is Toronto Pass clockwise. I'm not going to do counterclockwise on these yet, and I know, let's see, line, I know there's one in here, there it is. I want to remove this one. Okay, you can already see more roads being built, and as such, I want to make sure they are upgraded as soon as possible. So let's get a depot going here. And dirty yellow. And this is Tor. There it is. And then these are clockwise, so this will take from there and go around to here, and then back. So it'll just sort of run around this way. And this one is also clockwise, so it's pulling these residents up into commercial and around and around. So you can already see there's roads being developed in here too. So we're going to upgrade them while the buildings in here are small. Because once they start upgrading, it's going to be tough. Ooh, look at all the tools available. So yeah, we got a little bit in Windsor. Hopefully get some growth coming out here. Want to connect this up. Make sure that's all covered. Make sure that's all covered. We're going to come right down in between those struts and right down in between those. See if we can't get a little bit of movement here. Granted, don't really have anybody using the lines yet. Cities really haven't picked up enough. I really wish that I could connect these up, but I would have to destroy this entire road, which would take all these industrial buildings out, unfortunately. Let's see how this little Charlotte is doing right now. See if you are growing. It looks like you're growing a little bit. We've got passengers using the lines, which is good. And we've got a little bit of growth on the corners. Nothing too fancy yet. Let's go see how Indianapolis is doing. Look at that, we've bounced right back again. Come right back. 92, 98. Which is awesome. And hopefully this little area over here will pick back up. Another thing I can do is create a highway between Indianapolis and Columbus. And that would, as you notice, if you look at another city who has a close neighbor, like down here, these two cities are close, and they're close enough where they're starting to merge together. So this merging process happens because residents over here want to shop over here, and so it's closer and closer and closer they get. We're also seeing that down in Louisiana in a big way. These two cities are really growing close together. As you can see, we've got a lot of passengers running in between the two cities. So we would either need more trains, or I could put an express line in between. I don't think we have the room. This is already maxed out here. But yeah, we've got two. I added this little bit of road because this one was so backed up. And I don't mind down here, I don't mind too much of the people using the roads. It's really, at this point in the game, I've got $121 billion. I'm not concerned with, meeting the needs of every last person. But as far as getting more growth out of the city, connecting these sides together might be a good move, just because it would encourage growth in this area, and that's really what I want to do. I want to make sure this area is getting some growth in. The other thing I want to do is see if I can't really. I'm going to try to go across and see if I can go up and over. Yeah, that's a problem. So we're going to try to go around and in. It's like that. Try to get some more connections over, maybe encourage a little growth on this side, just a little bit. Well, look at that. We've actually got some goods waiting for us here. How is our goods doing? Goods are still about 1,000 short. How is that? Well, I'm producing quite a few. But we are out of plastic, so plastic is really my limiting factor right now. And I already added a plastic train. So what is the deal here? So I got another train already coming in. I'm not concerned with adding another train to this. I think that would be too many. So we would have to double up that plastic line in order to feed this thing more. Because you can see it's got a 4,400 demand. Production is only about 2,600. So it's plastic. It's plastic that's the big limiter. Planks I'm doing okay on. So that is doing good. Tools over here, it looks like tools is doing pretty well. It upgraded, so I'm at 6,400 now, but we're making so many more tools than we are anything else. And it's still not demanding any plastic, as you can see. We have such a high demand for machines, but it's requesting no plastic. So I could either go in and change this recipe and say, you know, change it up a little bit, or completely remove planks. So this whole plank process that I've got going on here, these 4 lines and the multiple trains that I've got, I'd have to get rid of that whole line plus all of this. All of this is just for tools, and so that's a huge amount of infrastructure that's just dedicated to this line, and it's not enough. It's amazing that it's not enough, but it isn't. And that is that's a big issue. The other issue is steel. But we have a little bit of steel here. We've caught up a little bit on steel. So it looks like, yeah, iron is a little backlogged here. I could probably add something to this line. Actually, this has got the super fast, the super awesome lines on it. But those engines they're not carrying as much. So that is an issue. I could upgrade all of those to carry more iron, and that might help. But overall, yeah, it's machines that are going by the wayside. We have plenty of tools. Look at that. We've got lots of tools, you know, that we've got, and it's just machines. Machine production is lagging, unfortunately. Maybe it'll catch up, maybe it won't. I don't know. But yeah, Detroit, the sprawl of Detroit. I am just amazed at how big that city got. Let's take a peek at Charlotte again. I love watching the cities grow over time. Yeah, we got some roads coming in. We got new development coming in. Yeah, I know I just destroyed a building, but I really want these roads to get upgraded. I really hate when they don't. So yeah, it's these thin roads. That's the problem. So if I were to upgrade that to a wide road, that would really help, because that would be something that I can upgrade later. See, these wider roads I can upgrade without destroying anything, but it's those initial tiny roads that I upgrade that turn into these thin ones. That is where the problem is. You get enough of those, and they are so hard to upgrade later. So it looks like my planks are doing pretty good here. We got a surplus, and we've got a surplus there. So those planks are doing great. Am I getting any movement? Oh yeah, I've loaded and unloaded a few people here. So that's good. And Charlotte, if we look at the chart, yep, look at that spike. huge spike of people and resources. And over here we've got probably get a little bit more development over here, just because there's more places for them to go, more potential jobs for them to get, in addition to all of the bus lines and stuff moving people around. So Indianapolis should be, look at that, Indianapolis is extremely close. Let's see what happens in the next month. Now I'm curious, because if we hit 10,000, you know, that's a series right there. So again, like I said last episode, let me know what you'd like to see. I'm still loving this game. I'm still enjoying it. Still having fun playing with all the mechanics, playing with all the different things that you can do with it. Going extreme with some cases, which, you know, kind of is my way of feeling out how the engine works and how everything goes. So if you have a specific area you want me to cover, you know, if you want to do anything like that, let me know what you want to see, and I will try to abide by it. Okay, we went right back down again. So not quite going to make it in this episode. But if you look at cities here, you can see population-wise, Buffalo, yeah, Buffalo. We don't care about Buffalo. So yeah, we have Indianapolis, which has got by far the most, by double pretty much, and everything else is growing nicely. Really good support cities. And speaking of Nashville, how is this little area going over here? It looks like we've got some growth and development over here, which is good. And we definitely are using the new commuter train here. It's making money because it goes so fast. Whee! And now it's this long, it speeds all the way up to max speed, and then it does this long slowdown into the city. Still would be nice. It'd be fun to create like a Shreveport to just go across the map with it. Like Shreveport to Ottawa. Just this long route to see how fast. Because I'm sure that would get up to the 900 miles an hour. And I haven't done any planes in this series, so maybe I'll look at planes and see if we can't get somewhere with some awesome flight. The airports are so large though that they're really hard to use right, because they're I mean, as big as a city. So it would be very tough to get one in a decent spot. I'd like to get Washington, D.C. hooked up, but really the only place I could go is out here. Okay, save it. There you go. So that is, I could probably put one on D.C. and then one on Indianapolis and maybe one on Minneapolis. I'm pretty sure there's a big airport in Minneapolis. In Detroit, I could probably put one out here on Detroit too. And that really wouldn't be a very long flight though, Detroit to DC. I'd have to put one down in Florida here, or Louisiana, to make use of an airport in Detroit. So they're all options. Ooh, yeah, look at plastic. Yeah, I'm gonna have to double up plastic. All right, well, one last peek at Indianapolis to see. 9866. So yeah, we are most likely going to drop again this month. Might be in another ebb. Yep. So you can see we moved up a little bit more, and now we're probably going to drop a little bit. Hopefully not too far, but all right, well, that will do it for this episode, and I thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.